As the world reels from the horror unfolding in Israel, back home in Australia, a pro-Palestinian rally has drawn widespread condemnation. Families with relatives caught up in the conflict are nervously awaiting news of whether their loved ones have made it to safety.
In a village less than a kilometre from Gaza, a family home reduced to rubble. As missiles were raining down, Dvir Abramovich's cousin Adia was huddled in a safe room next door with her husband and 2 children.
Terrorists came into the house pretending to be Israeli soldiers, asking them to open the door, but they didn't.
Half a world away, the scenes of brutality unfolding in Israel are hard to comprehend.
6 of their neighbours were murdered by Hamas. They had RPG missiles land on the roof of the house.
Relatives are hearing harrowing stories of survival from loved ones living close to the conflict's epicentre. Joshua Bartak's sister, who has lived in Israel for 13 years, spent hours in a bomb shelter with rockets flying overhead.
It's crazy. You've got 15 seconds to run when you hear the siren sounding. She's never felt so petrified.
His cousins have now been called up for reserve duty.
We don't want the Palestinians to be living under the terrible conditions that they live in, but the blame has to be put squarely on Hamas for perpetuating this conflict.
The scale of the violence has been described as Israel's Pearl Harbor or 9/11.
This is pure evil. These are war crimes.
But on the streets of southwest Sydney last night, some were celebrating. About 600 gathered to listen to a Muslim preacher.
I'm smiling and I'm happy. I'm elated. It's a day of courage.
The demonstration widely condemned by the nation's politicians.
The targeting of civilians and the taking of hostages is never a cause for celebration.
A view backed by Australia's Palestinian leaders.
I'm very, very upset. Nobody should be celebrating anybody's death.
After similar demonstrations across the globe, the Australian Jewish community is anxious.
We're concerned about our security. Historically, when there's been an escalation in the Middle East, it's resulted in impact on Jewish diaspora communities, including our own.
The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade are engaging on a 24-hour basis with what is happening on the ground, and we'll take advice to do what we need to assist Australian citizens.
Tonight, landmarks across the country will be lit up in blue and white in support of Israel, including Melbourne's MCG, Town Hall and Federation Square. Samantha Butler for 10 News First.